everybody, and welcome to the Week 5 recap of Black Hole League. With me, I have a special guest. You might know him as a caster. I mean, that's probably about it. I don't think he plays anything. But, anyways, Four is here as a special guest this week.
I'm being held against my will.
Okay, buddy. Okay. You're still here. That's all that matters. You're still here and shine. Nobody else will join me anymore. It's
It's kind
always
of
a.
voluntary.
I know. It's always a schedule issue with everybody else. I just think people are just too. Don't know how to help. Never mind. Let me be nice.
I was
Anyways,
like, you're telling me, bro? Trying
yeah.
to line up these other podcast things
Oh, I
sucks.
know, I know. We're out here, man. It's like nobody else really cares. They just want the glory with it. Anyways, let's not get sidetracked. Let's get back into it. Week 5. I don't think it was a very exciting week. We're gonna have. I can't remember much of the games. Well, I'll remember as we start to go through them.
I'm gonna scroll through them real quick. I don't see anything stand out and say. Oh no, there's an upset.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
found
yeah,
one
yeah.
upset.
But okay, we'll get through the scores real quick. Let's go ahead and talk about anything changed in week 5 real quick while we're on the topic. I don't think we made any big announcements. We might start including we took over Catalyst MPL. We might start including some of their stuff in the recaps or do a separate recap. Maybe, maybe not. I'm gonna wait till next season and see how big of a hit it is. But
I mean,
no, it's not.
NPL leagues are big, but at the same time, most console guys don't want to play against PC, and most PC guys think they're too good to play against console.
Yeah, there's pretty mounts in there, but we'll see if we end up
Yeah.
included in this or not. Yeah, no super big news that happened in week 5. So let's just get into the games. All right, game 1 we had Black Hole Stay Down versus Wild Boys Nova. Stay Down took home the cake 8-7. Top
I say it
frags
went the
on
full way.
yeah, top frags are Krim and Dior Donk with 18 kills both, and Xylem with 10, Zagsby with 10, Blue Poklo with 7. So Stay Down had those two pretty much dominated, 36 kills apiece. Oh, Nova though, they had Lakeland 22 and 14. The next 9, 7, 8, and 3. So you can say that I don't know how they took it to 7 rounds, but they took it to 7. They took 7 rounds for that scoreboard.
It's pretty obvious off that scoreboard. Lakin wanted to win. However, Korn was just there to fill a body.
That's corn for you.
Yeah, typical Korn.
A typical corn. Blood Ravens won their first game via forfeit. I mean, it's a team that is being replaced going into week 6, but they kind of left the league. I think I talked about it in week 4. They just kind of left the league and didn't tell nobody they were dropping out. Really, the team didn't know they dropped out. We'll just say Pam left because he's apparently too good for free leagues or that mentality, but it's not like the dude was really winning anyway. Who knows? That's just my
Yeah.
opinion. I don't.
He
People,
thinks he can win paid, but he can't win a free, so let's leave it at that.
exactly. I hate it because some other, I think Runner does it too. It's a free league. It's like, yeah, you can't even win a paid. Can't even win a free to begin with. You're not even
Yeah,
top 4, so it's like that excuse trying to ego. It's like, just shut up, dude. Like respectfully, it makes you feel better to compete against better teams than lose to shitters at the end of the day.
exactly.
Game number 3, we had Double OG Bagels versus NOG Dream. Bagels with a dominating 7-1 win. Hey, that team is actually
They're
looking.
surprising me.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're surprising me. I don't know who this Igoon the Flaxy is, but all right, buddy. Um,
I mean, I
uh,
hope he doesn't play against Flaxy because that would be a bit awkward. But
I hope he's a minor too.
okay,
Well, if he's not, that's a case right there, buddy.
fair, fair.
Dream, yeah, they need to go back to sleep and keep dreaming because they're not it.
Well, I hear some rumors around the rumor mill. I'm not going to indulge in them because they're still rumors, but we'll see what happens with
What
Dream
rumors
very
you got?
soon. I'm not going to indulge in them because I shouldn't even see them myself.
They probably came from me.
I broke into the chat and don't worry about it. Just
You
know that
didn't
there's
break
some
into the
heavy
chat. I
rumors.
added you to the chat.
See, I broke in. Moving
Okay,
on.
okay, you just don't want to start shit.
I don't
Anyway,
want to, no.
there's really no stand. I guess you can say Dust stood out. I think he's the rep in the IGL. Dust 9-1. Curse can't
I
be
believe
7 or
Sorrow
more.
leans more toward the IGL role for
Oh
them.
yeah, Sorrow is, yeah, Ned. The
Yeah,
the one legacy game he had, then you don't he's at the bottom again.
yeah, he shows up kind of, sort of.
He's 4-2, didn't do bad.
No,
NLG, fancy. Mine 7-7, Chip 5-7. Nothing fancy. Um, Next game, Dark Esports. They're out of the league come next week. They forfeited again.
are you
Most
eating?
that was ice. Again,
Mm,
easy now. Okay, I had to do something. All right, easy though. The team annoying. They're finally being replaced. Finally found a replacement. They scheduled every game and never showed up. I like they apparently got an org too, but shit, they can't even make a team show up. So what's the point of the org? Passing team took the win via forfeit clearly, but I don't know why you schedule a game to refuse to show up. I mean,
that's beyond me.
yeah, okay. I say maybe you knew something, but that annoying being a league owner. I know it's annoying being the other teams too, because you went through the hassle of scheduling the game. Ooh,
Now,
okay.
here's the
Here,
upset I
yep,
was talking
yep.
about.
Here's the upset:
Yeah,
the Senate versus 5.2. The Senate took down 5.2 in a embarrassing manner, 7-2. Of course, half of 5.2 dodged the screenshot. Losers. Yeshua 11-3. He was better that game.
legacy game.
Legacy game. I don't know. He's normally pretty good. I wouldn't say legacy. But
See,
five
the one
point,
I want to watch is Trello, though.
yeah, 5.2 look like shit. Roundabout end of story. They got dogged that game. Oh,
Hmm.
yeah, but nothing there. The Senate they've been doing pretty solid here lately. Except that one loss on Forever. That kind of was a little.
I'll say they just had a I believe it was University League. They went. It was semifinals. I mean, it was against AOTs, and they took it just round for round, back and forth between the teams. It was almost heartbreaking to see at the end.
Yeah, but I mean, if AOT wasn't going through its issue as it was going through at the time, I think AOT no clears, no diff.
Maybe, maybe.
I'm telling you, that team was a menace until he brought that one kid on, and then he kind of egoed the whole team downhill.
Hmm.
Next game, it was nice to see this one: Miami Neon versus Voltage. Neon finally looked good in a game again. It kind of hurt to see an OG team like that not doing too hot. Granted, they're all kind of like unk status, you could say. All kind of got their own lives, doing their own thing. So I mean, I'm sure they're not taking a game that serious anymore. They're only in a few leagues anyway. But it was nice to
I'll
see
say,
them get a little 7-2 victory. And they don't voltage, so it's not like it was a dog water team.
yeah, Miami Neon, the one team where they actually do show up with like snack bags packed ready for the kids.
The Capri Sun and the juice boxes.
The orange slices.
Oh yeah, Kit Jitsu, Zoli, 11-5, 11-8, and Mr. Pickles, the goat, on voltage, 11-7. I'm not biased towards Pickles, but that's just
I mean, he is the greatest player of all
yeah,
time, though.
just Pickles. He's Pickles, man.
Except, hold on, he does have one issue.
He's a pickle.
He can't show up to an interview.
Oh
Mr.
yeah,
Pickles,
yeah.
I'm yelling at you
If you're
now.
watching this, Pickles, yeah, me be a little more reliable. All right. Next game we got BH Ferocious Femboys versus Wild Boys Vortex. Ferocious Femboys, that's a great name. They won 7-5 against Vortex, and quote unquote from the man himself, Drew, I will not lose to a Wild Boys team, is what he said, quote for quote. So we'll see if he keeps that streak going.
I mean, mad respect to him because he does not like Wild Boys. Like that small group of the old Oasis players of like Drew, HX, VX, a lot of them cannot stand Wild Boys. I'm not sure why. I mean, I think I know, but they just don't like them. And shout out my boy VX playing this game. I mean, he was not a player. He's never been a siege guy,
He's getting
but
into
he's
it.
coming in for Ferocious Femboys.
Yeah, he's been getting into it. He's on Washed. He's played a few
Uh
games of
huh.
Washed. Um, Next game we got F2 Revolt versus 7 Days. I don't even know. I, with Runner, there's no telling. I don't even know if it belongs to 7 Days. We'll just say Hand Cam Nation. HC, I'm guessing that's what that stands for.
Yeah.
Yeah, you name yourself Hand Cam, yet you still can't win a game. Huh, pathetic.
No way.
F2 won 7-1. Yeah, just yeah.
My boy One Shot. I haven't seen that name in like 2 years, dude.
Well, he was top.
I know.
F2 was
It's
just
like
too much, man. Too much. Look at
the happy
Trippin.
moment.
King Trippin with the 8-1. And
Trippin is a very underrated player because like he does a really good IG or like just team building like around him to the point where he can kind of kick it back on supports and he wins games not off of his kills but off of giving the intel and giving the utility for everyone else.
mhm,
So just a very underrated player that just needs more love because he can still hang with the big dogs. He can still, go out there and gun. He just chooses not to.
dude, Trippin is thing. I'll say every interview I gotta say two of the chillest dudes I've ever met.
Oh, absolutely.
Trippin 8-1, DCAG 12-3. Honestly, HC Nation isn't even worth mentioning their stats. It was just that, yeah.
Shout
Next.
out One Shot 5-7.
Oh yeah, my bad. One shot. Whoever you are, you the man.
Shout out Runner 3-7. Make sure
Yeah.
that's known.
Oh yeah, runner negative. Next game we got
Typical.
Armani versus Zave. I don't know. Armani won 7-3. I don't know a whole lot about Zave. I don't know where they stand as far as skill wise. I know Aquino, I think that's how you pronounce it, is like one of their reps and it everywhere. But
Um, Honestly, Zave is kind of like a middle tier team, like mid D2 team. They're not gonna make D1. They're not D1 level, but they have the backing from Zave Esports to where you would hope that they would be. Yeah, they got a decent org behind them who's really good for promoting them. I know like their PC stuff they're really big into, but they just cannot get the ball rolling on the console side.
that's fine. Ain't nothing really. Ain't no money over here.
Nah, we broke.
Yeah. On Armani Holiday, 12-4. Zeno 11-4. Uh, let's see, Zave, Dean Way 11-10. Not even worth going into the others. That bad. I will say the next highest kills was 4. Rare Euphoria, man. It's just been I don't know if luck like this might be their league, their one
The
league.
Cinderella story
They've
till
been having a
finals based
Cinderella
off of
story.
forfeits.
No, this is their only forfeit win,
Oh,
and it just happened to be the best team in Solar Division. CC forfeited to Euphoria. They started apparently I think it was they started a tournament and didn't think about the game, so they just gave it to them. You can say a
kind of
nice act,
understandable.
yeah. You can say a nice act, but they dodged the bullet because Euphoria was gonna be missing like 2 or 3 starters that game. It was gonna be like majority subs. You could say they just got away with the freest. Next game we got Double OG Monarchs. I don't think they got synergy in their name. They're just Double OG Monarchs, right?
They're just Monarchs now. They when they moved out from being Synergy's like second team, they dropped the Synergy tag.
Respectable. But yeah, OG Monarchs and BH Washed. Lunks, baby. Monarchs won 7-2. Look, there's V8 in there.
Oh yeah, he's still pulling a 4-9. I mean, at least he's there.
That was a harder team than Vortex. No disrespect. This one right here, but this next game was surprising. Void versus AOT. Void just dominated AOT 7-0.
I mean,
Dominated.
godly dominated.
Dominated. I mean, I think to be honest, I think this was like one of just like we're just gonna play it because it's scheduled type of games for AOT because rest the dream for Effie, but it didn't work out. But I think this is just one of those games they just put people together to make it happen. That's what it
So
looks
here's the
like.
thing that AOT, even after the disband, all the players could still go somewhere. Like they were all good enough on that level that they deserve a starting spot in another position.
All of them did. Rehees and Effie went to Void.
Yeah, Reese and Effie went to
But
Void.
Ain't that ironic? Next game we got Suki Gaming versus Wild Boys Alpha Sigmas. I don't know who Suki Gaming is. The the
I don't know
dude.
who Alpha Sigmas or Suki are, so
Well, Alpha just they beat Barris and was it Catalyst or Kyanite?
I don't know. With a guy going 0-8 and 1-7 in this screenshot against another unknown team, I don't know if they could beat Barras unless Barras had like the D3 roster in.
I don't know how they did. I swear they did, and I think they won that league. It was a free league, but either way, Suki is though. I mean, even in MPL, they've won like both their games.
Hmm.
I don't know who they came out of nowhere. I still don't know who they are, but we'll see where all they can go. I think they're qualifying right now, or they're close to it. But they won 7-1 against Alpha Sigmas. NLG won via forfeit at E3. I think E3, if I recall from the match chat, had some personal things come up. Very unfortunate, very last minute. I was actually gonna be interested to see how that game went, but I think it's just E3 now. I don't think they're Academy no more.
I think there's E3 and E3 Academy,
Yep.
isn't there?
No, I think they were just called themselves that because they were newer at the comp scene or whatever. And I think they just go
Hmm.
by E3 now. Next game we got BH Kingdom, which some might know as PR. It's just don't ask logic about it. Make it's yeah, not worth the headache. Versus Team Forever. Kingdom took home the crown 7-4. Let's see. Top frags. Metro Aerial. Okay, we see you. We see you, Henry. We see you. Sizey. I think that's how you say it. Or is he going for
Say easy.
Salizy? Saizy. Okay. I don't know if he's trying to mask a L or an I. 11-8, 13-5. Mac went 6-7. He was in the game forever. Only one guy positive. Donut hater 10-6. Forever is one of those teams. They have been kind of surprising me a little bit at how they've been holding on, and they did take
Is
down
that
Senate, even trolling Senate. They,
is that Griswold's the Griswolds I'm thinking of, like from way back in the day?
yeah, I think so. Cause
If so, he's like
he's
an
in the,
old head unk, isn't he? They have to
yeah
like pull him out of retirement.
he's in the 5.2 chat, I believe. So I think that's the same one.
He's yeah, then he
I
is
don't know
ancient.
why he's on forever, but I'm pretty
Hey,
sure
he's
that's
trying to
him.
build a nice roster.
I guess. Light Work and Baja are the next game. Light Work won 7-0. Don't know much about neither team to be honest. Like I said in the last week, I think Light Work with some tourney guys, except they got RT3. Don't get me started. But and Dooner. So yeah, some tournament warriors. Um, Baja, I know absolutely jack shit about. I'm not gonna
Nope,
lie.
two randoms to me.
What?
Two random teams to me.
Yeah. Uh, next game we got Wild Boys YN versus Alchemist Academy. YN wins 7-3. Um, I can just assume this game. Oh, this is the game that has some defrags was trying to pull a defrags, trying to pull a Henry on us.
Mm,
Yeah, he didn't.
Climb Torch of Doom.
I don't know. Yeah, no, not even that. I don't know if you read the match chat, but he said that
I
they
avoid
wanted
this
like
place like the plague.
wow, support. Great support, buddy. Great support. He was saying something like he was gonna need two or three E subs, and Alchemist Academy was like, well, we'll give you one. You got one undeniable, and then I think they'll allow one more. I'm not sure, but either way, he was like, we're not doing that. And then he's like, so I guess you're just gonna have to forfeit then. And the defrags didn't answer. 2 minutes before game time, he said, invite me. And then tried to pull the little forfeit card because they didn't invite him on time. And they had five that they didn't show up. And it was like, dude, you didn't say any. You said you were going to forfeit. And then 2 minutes before the game, you're like, invite me. And then he kept trying to say their time, torching, and all that. I was like, well, you kind of just came out of the blue. Try to pull a Henry move on us, a Henry playoff.
That's I was about to say that's the absolute epitome of the Henry moves.
I was like, man, that game, I was shocked it didn't get weird. Cause I was gonna give them the forfeit, but then they kept playing. I was like, well, if you're gonna keep playing, okay. Cause I was gonna forfeit YN. Cause I was like, well, they weren't there and y'all were ready, and they kept toying with y'all. But I don't know.
Yeah.
they kept playing. So at the end of the day, I just let it go. That's It's all the games for week 5, I believe. Yep, all the games on there for week 5. Don't forget, if you like little gamer juice, gamer drinks, whatever, go ahead and hit that OT store, BH Gaming, 20% off. I figure somebody's got to do it. I ought to do it. Um, yeah, good stuff. I actually got a sample pack. It's actually pretty good, surprisingly.
Send me
Not
some. I want to try it.
you buy some. It's you can get a sample
I'm
pack for
broke.
with the code. It's like $4.
I don't have $4. My budget, like for production and everything, is enough to buy a pack of crackers, and there's an ant in my crackers.
Oh, you poor guy. Anyways, go
You need
ahead
to
and
send
hit
me a
them
new
up.
pack of
They got
crackers.
some good. They got hydration packs and energy packs. So if you don't want the energy like energy drink type, you can always just get a hydration pack. Pretty good stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't hear of them until something, and then we was like working. We tried their stuff. It's pretty good. But that'll end the week 5 recap as I need for something else. We'll catch y'all later. Toodaloo.
Noodles.